Hello everyone, I am Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am the author of Running, Maximize Performance and Minimize Injuries. I am going to be discussing strengthening exercises for the inner aspect of the thigh. In medical terms, we call it the medial thigh or the adductor muscles, because these muscles perform the motion of adduction, which is bringing the thigh closer towards the center of the body or past the center of the body. Strengthening the muscles in the medial thigh is very important in the prevention and management of several injuries. What we want to try to do, the first exercise is called Sumo Squats. What we're trying to do is build the entire thigh and gluteal area with this exercise, with emphasis on the medial aspect of the thigh. So we're going to do the squat. As you can see, we take a wide stance. The knees and the feet are out at 45-degree angles. Basically, it's the starting position of a sumo wrestler. Now we're going to squat in this position. What we want to do to start with is just put the hands up here on the hips, and you squat down to as low as you can go into a comfortable level. If you cannot go very deep, then you work through a pain-free range of motion. See, now I'm just going down just a touch. If your knees and your hips or some type of pain in the muscles is preventing you from going down deeper, then that's fine. You just work through a pain-free range of motion. If you could go down deeper, if you could go down to parallel, then that's fine. Parallel, what I mean is that the thighs are parallel to the floor. This is a fantastic exercise to help to build strength and endurance in the entire lower extremity, especially in the thighs, especially in the medial aspect of the thighs. And what you want to try to do is build up to 15 repetitions with the hands on the hips, and then you can switch the arm positions. You can put the arms out to the side, the arms out in front. What this does is it changes the center of gravity and targets the medial thigh muscles slightly different. And then the last version is to put the hands straight up overhead. This makes all those muscles just work a little bit harder. This is the most advanced version of it. You want to build up to the arms straight up overhead and work up to 15 repetitions. The next exercise I'm going to be demonstrating to strengthen the medial thigh is internal rotation. Internal rotation can be done with a resistance band, or you can use one of the cable systems at your gym. What you want to do is make sure that the band is wrapped around the thigh just above the knee. You don't want it around the knee joint, you want it right above the knee. You want to hold on to something sturdy. Now I'm just using the foam roller. If there's something that is sturdier, please go ahead and use that. And what we want to do is you bend the knee so that the very top part of your toes are contacting the floor, and that's where you're going to pivot at. So you stand up nice and straight. You externally rotate the leg as far as you can to a comfortable position. That is the starting position. And then you're going to be turning the hip. This is called internal rotation. This exercise helps to strengthen the medial aspect of the thigh. It's great to prevent and recover from adductor strains. And it's also an excellent exercise. Say for some reason you're not able to do the sumo squats yet, then start with the internal rotation. This exercise is going to help to strengthen all the muscles in the medial thigh. It will help to strengthen the muscle that runs from here down to here, called the sartorius. It also helps to strengthen the medial aspect of the hamstring muscles. This is hip internal rotation. Start with as many repetitions as you can do in good form and build up to 15 repetitions. You always want to work both sides. Even if the injury is only on one side, you always want to work both sides. This is internal rotation. The third exercise I am going to be discussing and demonstrating to strengthen the medial thigh is hip adduction. As I explained earlier, adduction is the motion where the leg is moved closer to the center of the body or towards the other side of the body. When we are doing adduction of the hip, we can place the hip into 3 different positions. We can do with external rotation, neutral, and internal rotation. When we are doing adduction, it is best to have the resistance band or your cable wrapped around the lower aspect of the ankle. You want to stand up nice and straight, hold on to a sturdy surface to help you keep your balance, and turn the leg into external rotation. And you want to perform 15 repetitions with the hip in external rotation, holding the hip in external rotation and bringing it into adduction. After you perform 15 repetitions, put the hip in neutral and perform 15 more repetitions. Once you have completed your desired number of repetitions, then you turn the hip inwards and you do 15 more repetitions. Now you want to start at whatever number of repetitions that you can do comfortably without pain, working through a pain-free range of motion, and build up to 15 repetitions. So one set consists of the hip in external rotation, then the hip in neutral, and then the hip in internal rotation. If you can do 15 reps in each position, that is fantastic. And then you would stop and do the opposite side. The reason that you turn the hip and do the exercise in 3 different positions is because it targets all of the muscles in that medial thigh from a variety of angles, strengthening that muscle in a more functional way. This is Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada, explaining and demonstrating 3 excellent exercises to strengthen the medial thigh: the Sumo Squats, internal rotation, and adduction. Train hard, train smart, stay injury-free, and accomplish your goals.